Hi, this is Jody Steele and Caroline Beecham, and we will be doing a Wellspring moderate to advanced exercise video. So without further ado, let's begin. Over to you, Caroline.
Okay, great. We're going to start off with just a modified jumpy jack here. So tap your toe on each side, both arms coming up and down. Good.
So we're just going to do about 4 minutes of warm up to get your heart rates up from the resting level. So just we're going to do 1 minute of several different exercises. So just join us when you're ready and start it out slow.
Good. All right, we will just do a couple more seconds here, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Okay, our next one we'll do a leg swing. So if you have something to hold on to, grab onto the wall, a chair, anything like that. And then you're taking one leg, bringing it up to about 90 degrees here, and then swinging it back.
That's excellent. Now watch how Caroline doesn't arch her back too much. So you're keeping a very neutral spine, and most of the movement is coming from her hip to try to get some good synovial fluid in that joint and just warm up the hip.
Great job. Keep breathing here.
And I'm assuming Caroline's going to do about 30 seconds on each leg. So just be aware when we do the switch.
Almost there. And switch here. Other side. You might feel your leg that you're standing on getting a little tired there, along with the leg that you're swinging starting to feel nice and warm.
Awesome. And remember to keep on breathing, and you should feel your heart rate start to elevate slightly now. But again, we have a few more warm-ups to do. Great job, everyone. I hope you're smiling. We just started.
We're feeling good. All right, keep going here. A couple more seconds. 3, 2, last one. Okay, this one's a bit of a coordination one here. So you're going to start with your arms overhead. One arm's going to go forward, one arm's going to go backwards, and then you're going to swoop over and meet them at the top again. So while you're going down and up, you can add a squat.
Awesome. So this one's a major coordination one. If you can't figure out the upper arms, don't worry about it so much. Just circle your arms forward or backward or act like you're swimming the front stroke. It doesn't really matter. We're just trying to get some fluid again into those shoulder joints. One trick that we sometimes use, Caroline, is if you look at the arm going backwards, it helps you to, there she goes. So that helps to coordinate her if you want to try this more advanced skill.
Warming up the brain and the body, right?
Absolutely.
All the above. Okay, a couple more here. 3, 2, and last one. And then we'll do one more warm up today, and we'll just do a side step, a little bit of a hamstring curl with it, and then push those arms back.
Nice. We call this one kick the butt. I do anyway. And so that's your hamstrings. You might feel some stretch in the front of the quad, and then really work those upper arms too to try to squeeze the back of your arm. Well done, Caroline. We've almost warmed up every single part of the body. We're getting there, guys. Here we go.
Perfect. Okay. Couple more seconds, and then the first exercise will definitely use our hamstrings, so the back of the legs. So we definitely want those warm. We've got 3, 2, and 1, and take a water break here, and we'll grab 2 weights right after that.
We're going to be doing a combination workout of deadlift, bicep curl, and shoulder press. So you might want to select a weight that's more lighter to moderate because of the shoulder press component of this exercise. Over to you, Caroline.
Okay, great. So as Jody was saying, this is a 3-part exercise. So the first part is the deadlift. Now with the deadlift, you want to start with your chin tucked, your shoulders rolled back, core nice and strong. And then as you start to slide your arms down, you bring your hips back and you go all the way until you start feeling a pull behind my legs. So in my hamstring, and then I come on up, I turn my wrists, bicep curl, turn my wrists again, press up towards the ceiling. So that's the 3 parts here. And the key thing is to keep your back nice and straight on the deadlift.
Excellent. So Caroline's going to continue this for 1 minute, but remember, go at your own pace. You can always drop any component of the exercise. So if you don't like the deadlift, don't do that part and just join us for bicep curl, shoulder press. Also, if you have any shoulder problems, you can always eliminate the shoulder press part and just do a deadlift with a bicep curl. So let's just review again while Caroline goes into the deadlift. So here it is here. So see all her weights in her heels. Her back is nice and neutral. She just goes until she feels it in her hamstrings. So don't expect to be able to touch the weights on the floor, anything like that. It's a very small motion. There she goes again, watching your form. Excellent. Keep going. You're almost there.
Almost there. I actually think that's a minute right there. Good.
Woo!
Okay, take a break there. Now, everyone's going to be different. Some people's hamstrings are longer than others, so maybe you can go farther down. Maybe you can't go as far down as I can. That's okay. Just listen to that hamstring pull.
Excellent. Here we go for set number 2, Caroline.
Set number 2, here we go. All right, we'll start in 3, 2, 1, and go for it.
Again, really watching that back, that he stays in neutral spine, tummy tight, bicep curl, shoulder press. Excellent. Good job. And go at your own pace again.
I can turn this way for a different view here. Feet hip width apart, trying to keep my chest up that whole time.
Perfect. Oh, yes. I was just going to say, are we breathing, Caroline? We certainly are.
We're breathing. It's a warm one in here in my room, so gotta keep breathing on this one.
Excellent. Keep going, everyone. You're doing great.
All right, 10 more seconds here. Almost there. And 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So let's put those weights down, or at least just one weight down. For our next one, it's called the curtsy squat. So you have a weight with you. You can pick how heavy or how light you want it, but no matter what, keep it close to your body. So it's right next to my chest here, just with my elbows bent in a comfortable position. And then it's called the curtsy squat. So you take a big step over, and then you take your leg, place it behind, just on the toe of your back leg, and squat. So with this one, I'm just trying to make sure I'm not twisting my body. So for example, I'm not doing something like that. Keep your chest facing the screen, smiling for the camera.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, Caroline. Can we see a side view of that as well? I just want to highlight to everybody. Just so see how Caroline's so nice and upright. Her chin is up, her upper body's up, and she reaches back with that back leg. You're going to feel this in your inner thigh, your outer thigh. It's really changing from our squat or our lunge, changing the different muscles that are being pulled. You may also feel, Caroline, you can tell us, is your heart rate getting up there?
Oh, it's getting up. I'm starting to breathe here. This is good.
Good. And again,
we're almost at a minute. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, shake it off.
Nice. Again, go at your own pace. If your heart rate is really high and you're having trouble forming a sentence, you may want to just slow the curtsy down slightly.
Awesome. Okay. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Big step over, step back.
That's it. We like this one. It's kind of like a dance move.
Oh, yeah. The 2-step. Not that I know how to do the 2-step.
Very nice. This one incorporates balance as well as multifunction, multi-movement of all the joints of the lower extremity. Good stuff. Okay. You're almost there. And a little bit of cardio to boot, right, Caroline?
Oh, yes, for sure. I think this one so far is the biggest heart rate pumper. We've almost gotten to the full minute here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Well done. You can put that weight down. And this next one, we will do with a long band. So have a sip of water here. Take a little break after that heart rate pumper. And bring your chair close to your mat here. And you can sit right on the edge of your chair. You take the long band and you place it underneath the sole of your feet. And wrap that band up. And we're going to do a seated row. So nice and tall, chin tucked, you're looking right ahead of you here, and then take those elbows, bring them back as you squeeze your shoulder blades together.
Excellent.
Back.
Good, and just a review, as Caroline said, we're trying to squeeze our angel wings or our shoulder blades back and down. So we don't want the shoulder to come up to the ear. See the big space between Caroline's ear and her shoulder? She's keeping her shoulder blades back and down as she rows it in. Excellent. What about the breathing, Caroline? When are you breathing?
Yes, exhale as you squeeze those shoulders. Inhale as those arms come back.
Perfect.
Just like that.
Good. And you can also, depending on the weight of your band, you may need to wrap it around your hands. Another option to increase the intensity would be to add 2 bands. If you have 2 lighter bands at home, you can put 2 of them around. Just make sure they don't slide off your feet. Good.
Okay, well done. Take a break there. I always like to take my hands out of the bands during the break, just because it's nice to spread them out, let them relax after maybe they've been feeling pretty tight with that band wrapped around it.
I agree. And you need to take a little break in between your exercises too. So this is a great time to move your hands around, stretch them out, give your body a break, because we have a second set coming up very shortly.
One more set. All right. So same thing. Again, your legs don't have to be completely straight here. They can have a little bit of a bend, because I'm more worried about or thinking about keeping my chest upright. So I don't want to start slouching if my legs have to be straight. So bend the knees, sit up nice and tall, loop that band again, roll the shoulders back, tuck your chin, and let's go for it. Little pause at the end there.
Perfect. Looks good. This is a great one to do, especially if you spend a lot of time at a computer or in front of a TV screen, because this is working the muscles to improve your posture. So great one of our favorites.
Great one to also just do when you're working, if you're working at home or watching TV. Hey, keep a band kicking around close by.
Excellent. Again, you should have no neck pain. So again, the initiation of the muscle movement should be from those scapulas or angel wings in the back. If your neck is sore, you might want to check in and see if you're engaging too many neck muscles.
All right, almost there. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, great. So you can unloop your hands from that. That is our last one and only band one for today. So you can put that away. And this next one is a step one. So it involves some coordination. It will definitely increase your heart rate. So let's have a sip of water in preparation for that.
Excellent. So when you're getting your step, make sure that it's on a stable surface and that it's not going to slide around. You also can be close to a wall or a railing or a chair if you need to hold on. Caroline's going to show it not holding on, but you can absolutely hold on. Okay, over to you, Caroline. We're going to do 4 minutes of cardio.
All right, 4 minutes here. So the first one, we'll start on the step, and then we'll do 2 on either side of the step, and we'll end with this one again. So we'll keep moving it and changing it on you today. So keep 2 feet on this step. And what we'll do is as you step off of the step, so let's say I step off with my right foot, I punch my left arm forward and I come on up. So I step and punch, step and punch.
Amazing.
So that's the first one. Let's count us in together here. Again, you don't have to add the punch if you'd rather hold on to something. Safety always first. And let's go in 3, 2, 1, step and punch here.
That's it. You're going to feel your heart rate rising. Just make sure that it's in a comfortable zone. If your heart rate really is getting up, but you want to continue to participate, you can drop the arms, meaning place them on your hips or just don't do the punching action. But if you're feeling it, we love to do this cross body. So left leg, right arm, and vice versa. And that's a great multi joint movement. Well done. Keep going. We're going for a whole minute. I'd like to hear that breathing.
15 more seconds.
Are you sweating yet, Caroline?
Definitely coming up. Good. Almost there. And 3, 2, last one. All right. Well done. Okay. So this next one, you step up on the step with one leg. You cross your elbow to your knee, step down, tap. So up, cross, step down, tap. And I just do a little bit of a running man's arms while I'm doing this too, because it counterbalances. So let's try this one out. And we will start again in 3, 2, 1, and go ahead.
Awesome. Takes a second to get your coordination. That's fine too. Join Caroline when you're ready. Nice. Just make sure you get a full foot on that step because we don't want anybody falling off. That's it. Well done. And smile. Woo! Your heart rate's coming up.
Try to exhale as those limbs come together. And go at whatever pace you want to.
And you might find when you're first starting out, you can only go half as long as Caroline. That's fine. Just go get a drink and wait till she finishes and then join her again for the other side. If you want to complete the full minute, just continue to exercise as long as she does and she'll count you in and out.
And almost there, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Okay, I'm going to move my step over slightly, and then we will do the same one on the other side. So step up, cross, step down, tap. All right, and let's keep our heart rate up here. So we'll start pretty soon. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, and go ahead.
Excellent. Get that foot on the step and figure out your feet and then add the arms. That's it. Good stuff.
Keep breathing.
Yes, definitely keep breathing. You should feel your heart rate rising at this point, but we still got a little bit more cardio to do.
If you're sweating, you're not alone here.
I'm not sweating. I'm just sitting here, Caroline. I should be sweating.
Only you could spray water through the screen, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Keep going, guys. You're doing a great job.
Almost there. 10 more seconds on this one. And 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, one more to go. So let's go back to the beginning one. Reset your step. Make sure you're feeling okay here. You can always take a longer break. And we will start up on the step again. And just remember, when your right leg goes back, left hand punches. So let's get going here in 3, 2, 1, and go ahead.
Perfect. Get your footing first and then join your arms in. Nice. See how Caroline's nice and tall? Try not to look at your feet, even though the temptation is there, but try to stand up nice and tall. Amazing. There you go. Good stuff.
Well done. Keep exhaling as you punch. And 15 more seconds.
Almost there, guys. Almost there.
3, 2, last one, and you're done. Well done. Okay, put this step away and have some water.
Yes, make sure you take frequent water breaks because you should be sweating now.
I definitely am. All right, take as much as you need to calm your heart rate a little bit more back down here. That is probably as out of breath as you will get in this whole session, so well done. And then this next one, I will show you what it looks like. It involves a weight again, so grab your weight, a light to moderate weight on this one, and it's going to be a lunge with a tricep extension. So with this one, you take one leg farther forward, one leg farther back, and you can really modify it based on how far your legs are apart, on how deep the lunge is. So if you want a smaller lunge, your feet don't have to be too far apart, and you slide your upper back forward, bend the elbow, and you kick it back. Or if you want a bit more of a challenge, you can deepen your lunge by having one foot farther backwards, this top leg slightly bent. You can hold on to something, lean forward, keep your elbow up, and then you extend that weight right back there.
Excellent. Yes, that's a great point for the more advanced workout. Go for the bigger split stance or lunge. And we're doing 1 minute on triceps. So this is really you're gonna feel this in the back of your arm. That's it. Nice and slow. Squeeze it at the top like Caroline does. She squeezes it there and down. So no need to hurry through this. Just take your time and squeeze. Beautiful.
Well done. Exhale as you squeeze that tricep back. And I'm
really
just
good.
reminding myself I shouldn't look at my toes here. I should keep my head neutral.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Caroline. I was just saying, see how beautiful that she's a nice perfect line when her head and is in line with her spine and her chin is tucked in. Excellent.
Okay, take a little break there. I definitely feel that in my arm and in that front leg. So let's switch. So just remember when you switch, make sure both feet and toes are pointed forward. Same thing, pick as deep of a lunge as you would like. Roll the shoulders back, hinge forward, but keep that back tall. And then elbow up and go for it.
Nice. I think it's really good that you said that point about elbow up. I think a lot of people keep their arm lower down and that makes it harder to kick back. But see how Caroline has a nice high elbow and then she can extend the arm straight. Beautiful. Breathe out as you extend and breathe in there. Excellent. Feel the burn. It's a good burn.
It is definitely a burn. Good. So we'll do a full minute with each tricep. And then each leg is pretty much getting a stationary lunge here. That's great.
Excellent.
Well done. And almost there. 3, 2, and 1. And take a little break again. Good. Now, if you like this exercise, you could always do a second set of this one as well and go back and forth one more time. Let's go on to the next one, but feel free to always lengthen out this class if you want to do that too.
Excellent.
All right, so this one is down onto the floor here. So we call this one the dead bug. I'm just gonna bring my timer a little close so I don't make you do this one for too much longer than 1 minute. And we'll get you all lying on your back here. So bring yourself down on the floor, make sure you have enough space here. And this one is primarily for the core. So what you want to do is you want to keep your low back pretty flat against the bed or against the floor here. So you're tucking your pelvis backwards, then you're lifting your legs up and off the ground, and then you lift your arms up and off the ground. So when
that's the dead bug. She looks like a dead bug now.
I am a dead bug here. So now I take one leg and I extend it out and one arm and extend it out. So if it's my right leg, it's my left arm. And that whole time, my main focus is to keep my low back flat onto the ground. So it's tempting to let it come up and off the ground, but that is the main goal here, to keep it low. And then we know we are using our core.
Excellent. I'm glad you said that, Caroline, because as you get kind of tired, your back wants to pop off, but you need to really always be focusing on pushing the back into the floor. Now, just some things to make it easier or harder. If you wanted this to be easier, you could just touch your heel to the floor. So a shorter extension, a shorter lever. Caroline's doing that now. So that's a level 1. And then if you want to go back up to the more advanced level, then of course you straighten the leg right out like Caroline's doing now. And you'll feel the difference in your abs, I am sure. Any other suggestions, Caroline, for modifications?
Yes, no, this all looks good. You can always do an around the world as well. So if doing all 4 is too much, you can always just do the arms one at a time, and then just do the tap down with the legs. Being in this position is already using your core. So even if you just do a little hold and little motions, you're working it. So let's take a break there. Bring the legs down. You can always straighten them out. Bring the arms up overhead. Enjoy a nice stretch there.
Perfect. So stretch it out into the pencil. We call this the torpedo or the pencil stretch. Give your abs a little bit of a break. And only because we're going to do this one again, Caroline.
One more time. All right, let's do this again. So let's set us up for success here. Bring your shoulder blades, tuck them a little bit more underneath you. Have your low back flatten against the ground. And think of this position, and you want to hold this position as those legs come on up, arms come on up, and then do whichever version that you would like here.
Excellent. And breathing as you extend the leg down. Good stuff.
And maybe a full minute of this one is not feeling too good on you. You feel like your low back is coming off the ground. If that's the case, split it up into smaller chunks. Maybe do 20 seconds of it, take a break. Do a second set of 20 seconds, and that you might be able to do a little bit more cumulatively.
Excellent.
And I'm trying to exhale as I extend those limbs there.
And you're probably feeling it in your abs now.
Oh, I definitely am. It's getting shaky. All right. Almost there. 3, 2, and 1. Bring those legs down. Well done. And bring those arms up overhead. Extend those legs here.
Excellent.
Give a nice big stretch.
Again, called the torpedo or the pencil stretch, and give your abs a real nice relax for a second here before we move on to our next exercise.
All right, well done. So our next one is going to be standing up. So remember that transition from lying on the floor to standing up is a lot for the blood pressure. So take a minute in the sitting position. And then slowly come on up. If you feel any dizziness, stay as long as you want until that fades. Good. And then you can come join me in a standing exercise. So we are going to end the resistance training with a balance. This one is going to be called the Tandem Balance. So you can have 1 foot behind, 1 foot in front, and you can either be touching the heel to the toe, or if that's a little bit too difficult to get into, then have your feet a little bit farther apart. But if that's too easy, go right heel to toe. And then there's a couple ways of making this more difficult too. So first, settle into this pose. If you already have a lot of ankle shakiness there and you're feeling challenged in your balance, then pause right here. This is the exercise for you. You can always have a chair close by or a wall close by to hold on to. You can do a full hand support. You can do a finger support, or you can do no support. And then if no support is feeling still not hard enough, then take your head and slowly move it side to side.
Excellent. You're not trying to whip your head to side, just like very slowly checking your blind spots. That's what Caroline always says. I stole your line.
I like it.
And then the ultimate, if you're feeling comfortable, you can close your eyes. So closing your eyes will really up the ante here and challenge your balance, but only if you're comfortable with these progressions. And we're going for 1 minute, and see how Caroline is wobbling. Of course, she's not going to sacrifice and fall, but when she feels that wobble, she can either open her eyes or try to steady it with her hand. Excellent.
Good. Okay, that's a minute. So let's switch sides now. So I'm putting now my left foot in the back, my right foot in front. Whichever leg is in the back is usually the leg that's working harder in this exercise. So if you have one ankle that's not as strong as another, you might feel a different side to side, and that's okay. So set yourself up here, roll the shoulders back, stand nice and tall, be nice and confident, and let's go for a minute. You might have to put that hand down. Oh, I'm wobbling here.
It's good to see that even Caroline, in great shape, is being challenged by this. So again, it's that tandem stance. Your ankles and your knees are working hard to keep you upright. And then when you add the dynamic movement of your head turning, you're challenging those tendons even more. We can even actually see the tendons in Caroline's ankles working really hard. And then if she were, I can see it. And if they really, really want to challenge it, again, you could try the advanced move with the eyes closed. But we're going for 1 minute here, which is 2 bouts of 1 minute is quite a bit of balance for a workout in each day. Good.
And we are there. Okay, good. So take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Let's reach all the way up towards the ceiling here and come all the way right back down. And then let's get into our stretching routine. So this is great. The first one that we are going to do is a quad stretch. So right on the front of the leg here. You can do this in many different ways, but the first way you can do it is holding onto a chair or a wall and then seeing if you can hold on to your ankle behind you. And the goal of this one is to not have your knee curled up or not to have it out to the side like this. You want it pretty much directly underneath that hip. You want to tuck your tail between the legs, as Jody always says too, stole her line. And you want to push that hip forward and you feel the front of the hip and the front of the quadricep there.
And just some modifications on that one. If you can't grab your ankle, you can grab the back of your shoe and you can use a Dynaband. Yeah, a band. Caroline's going to show you that now. You could loop it in.
And yeah. It's really just a way of making an extension for your arm there.
Perfect. So choose your own adventure and do whichever one works for you. But the idea is to stretch the front of the quad safely.
Good. Okay. And we will hold this one. You can either do 2 sets of 30 seconds, or sometimes I just do a nice long minute on each side here too. Okay. So let's switch sides there. And always feel free to hold on to the chair on this one. It's a pretty tough one to balance without holding on. So just remember, tuck that tail, roll the shoulders back.
And I'll take this time since we're going to hold it for a minute, but this is after you've done this video with the talking a few times, please, we invite you to put on your own music and just follow along. Like if you've done this a few times, probably the first couple times you want to listen to the instructions to make sure you have perfect form, but then yeah, put your tunes on and enjoy.
Awesome. All right, almost there here. And 3, 2, 1. That's a great stretch. Great stretch to do after those steps there. The lunge, that was definitely using a lot of quadricep there. So the next one we're going to do is a bit of a different one. You can have your feet like farther away than hip width apart here. You want your toes pointed forward. You don't want them out to the side, so nice and forward. And then what you'll do is you'll take one leg and bend it. So you're almost doing a bit of a side lunge, we call it here, but the goal of it is to feel a stretch on the inner leg of the straight leg there. So settle into that. You might find that you don't have to have your feet too far apart to start getting that stretch, or you might need to lengthen it out. So find that sweet spot there where you're feeling a gentle stretch, but it's not too much. And then if we want to add something to this class is all about combining the upper and lower body here. So if we're feeling okay with balance and we don't have to hold on, take one arm and bring it right overhead here. And you can either push it back from the front for a nice tricep stretch here, or you can take your hand, go behind your head and pull it back. Now, the only thing is if it's behind the head, you don't want your head then to have to go forward to then get your arm behind there. So don't compromise your head position and feel a nice, good combination stretch.
Excellent. And just watching that, Carol, and yeah, it's yeah, the next thing I think is the most important in this stretch. You just don't want that neck to come forward. So thanks for saying that there. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Perfect. Great minds think alike right now. Good. Okay, we'll keep going here. A couple more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, come on up from that. Bring the arms down. You can do all the way overhead again. All the way right back down. Good. Roll your shoulders back, and then let's switch sides here. So now I'm going to go closer to my left leg. I can feel that stretch on my inner leg. I bring my opposite arm up, and I either push it back or pull it back. And a nice good stretch after that 1 minute of tricep extensions.
Excellent. And this cool down is trying to maximize all the different muscles that we worked in this workout.
Yes, good. And if you find that there's something else on you today that's feeling tighter, and we didn't hit it today as much as you want it, then go for it. Lengthen out the class and listen to your body.
Excellent. Good advice. And the nice thing about this being a video, if you wanted to do an extra set of any of the exercises that we did, you can always just pause it, complete your set, and then start the video when you're ready to move on to the next exercise.
Good. Okay. Reach all the way up again. Come all the way down. Bring the shoulders back again. Okay. And then the next one we are going to do is for the calf and a little bit of the hip flexor as well. So you can have 2 feet forward again. So you're going into a bit of a lunge position, and then your tail tucking forward here. So if I had a tail, I tuck it between my legs, and then I'm aiming to also feel a stretch into my calf. So that's the big muscle group too that works a lot when we are balancing. I definitely felt it in my calf on that one. So I want to get a nice stretch on it. Just make sure your toes are pointing forward. If your back foot's out to the side, you usually don't feel a stretch as much.
I think that's the most common mistake is people tend to turn their toes, and that's exactly right. You want both toes facing forward. Nice.
Good. Now, if we want a combination stretch on this one as well, if you find that you don't need to hold onto a chair or a wall with this one, you can always bring your hands behind your head. So you lace your fingers up, place them behind your head. I'm never pushing forward with my hands. I'm always tucking my chin back. They're really just sitting behind my head. And then I pull my elbows back into a nice chest stretch. So I'm getting a full anterior chain stretch here.
Excellent. We like to call this one the sun tanner. So it's like you're on the beach sun tanning. And again, if you've had any, and if you've had any surgical intervention or radiation on the chest wall, remember just to go easy. You don't want to feel pain. You should just feel a gentle pulling in that area.
Good. Okay, let's switch sides. So I'm just twisting onto my toes. My other side is back. And then once I find if I'm nice and balanced in this position, same thing. Roll your shoulders back, tuck your chin back, lace up those hands, and then gradually get that chest stretch as well.
Wonderful. Your heart rate should be coming down now. We're going to try to, we've been going strong for a good 40 minutes here. And so we're going to try to bring the heart rate down to end, finish off this exercise program.
Great. Good. One more stretch to do after this one. Almost there. And we'll hold for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come on out. Step out of that stretch. And then this last one, let's do into sitting. So this one's the figure 4 stretch. It's a very common one that we do in this program. So you've probably seen it before, but you can take one ankle and cross it over the other leg here, have that knee fall to the side, and then sit up nice and tall. And if you don't already feel a stretch in the leg that you're crossing over, the side of that hip, then keep your back nice and tall and hinge forward with your chest up. And then you should definitely feel that.
Excellent. Yes, that's a figure 4 for those people that like yoga. You can do this one laying on your back, also called thread the needle. But yeah, it's a great one. One of my favorites.
Good. And then why don't we do a nice deep breath together in this last stretch. So what we'll do is I'll inhale through my nose. I'll hold it for 2 seconds after I feel like I've expanded my stomach. And then we'll purse lip exhale. So exhale as if you're blowing out a candle there. So let's do that one together. So inhale through the nose. Hold. And exhale. Well done. Okay, let's switch legs here. And we'll do another, maybe 2 breaths on that side. So cross that ankle over. Let that knee fall to the side. Bring your chest up, hinge forward if you need it. You might not have to hinge forward though to get the stretch. And then let's do a nice inhale. Hold. And exhale. And one more. Hold. And exhale. All right, well done. If you stuck with us, you just completed quite an advanced moderate class, we would call this one. So well done. Maybe you only completed a certain portion of it. That's okay. Keep working away at it and it'll come.
Great. Thank you all and have a happy, healthy day.